Hey guys, so in today's video I will be showing you all how to pluck a frontal wig, a closure, just how to pluck a wig, child. Okay, so I will be showing you guys two easy steps. Okay, these are very simple. I'm going to try my best to kind of talk through them. Okay, so this is a wig. Now this wig is a little different from frontals that I usually get, and you guys will kind of see throughout the video how this one is kind of different. Okay, so I am going to go in with, these are just clothing pins because the clothing pins work a little bit best with this type of canvas head, and I'm going in with some tweezers. Doesn't have to be anything fancy or special despite of what anyone says. Just make sure they have a pretty okay grip. I got these from my local beauty supply store for like $2.99. Okay, I have like 6 sets of tweezers. So like I said, just make sure they have a good grip. Most importantly, make sure they're they feel comfortable to you, basically. So as you guys can see kind of how that frontal is made. So I was showing you guys when I parted the hair that this frontal doesn't have a lot of almost any parting space on the sides. So I'm not plucking like I normally would with a regular frontal wig, but I'm going to kind of show you guys the gist of what I'm doing. So with this first step, it is sped up because this video was like an hour long, but just the gist of it is that I take the hairline as it is first, okay, and I just pluck down on the hairline. Okay, so as you guys can see, I just pull the hairs out, and you want to go slow with this because it's so easy to pluck holes in your frontal. Okay, and you don't want to do that. So I just go through the hairline from like top to bottom, and all I'm going to do is thin it out starting in the front. All right, just very simple, easy, thinning it out. And you want to make sure you go through and you comb out those stray hairs as much as possible. You also want to make sure you have some sort of heating element. Okay, as you guys can see, I was going through with the hot comb and kind of making sure everything is flat and it's laying the way that I want it. So now I'm going in and I'm actually plucking from kind of behind the hairline where I just plucked at, and you don't want to pluck in one area too much because it will cause like a bald spot. And that's pretty much all I do for the first method. Now let's kind of get to the second method. The second method is a little bit simpler, guys. Okay, all right, so for the second method, what I'm going to, as you guys can see, you guys see how this frontal wig is made. Really different, kind of odd. This is actually my first time seeing one like this. It's made more so of like a T-lace, but anywho, what I do for this method is I just make like I call it like a C shape or a scoop shape. If you guys have been watching my videos for a while, I do show this type of tutorial like when cutting ear tabs. So you want to make just a C shape, and you want to pluck down, and it thins out the hairline. All right, so you guys see I made kind of like this C shape, and I just pluck down, and just thin it out. I also use this method when I am creating natural flowy baby hairs, all right, because it thins out those baby hairs just the way I like it. And now when I get to the top, I have a little bit more space and area at the top, not really too much on the sides, so I am going to do just the same thing. And as you guys see, all I'm doing is just plucking down. And on this part, you see I've thinned it out already here, and I'm going behind that part that I thinned out, and I'm thinning it out a little bit behind it. All right, that's it. But like I said, take this slow. What I like to do is I like to try the wig on my head several times to make sure it's matching my hairline. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm just making sure everything is flat and it's laying nicely. I'm going in with some argan oil and also some I can't even think of what the stuff is called, guys, but the wax stick. All right, guys, so let's get into the fun part. So this wig does come from Neflyonwigs. This is what the wig looks like in its natural state. I just let it air dry after I plucked it, put a little makeup on that lace, and I'm just showing you guys kind of like the inside. It does comes with combs and also an adjustable cap. So now I'm just going in and cutting that lace off. You guys know how I feel about cutting the lace. You want to do this slow. Take your time, please. Do not ruin your investment trying to be all fast. These videos are sped up, okay? Because I'm not an expert either. So I'm going in with this new Got to Be Glued, and honey, it's yeah, just stay tuned for that. But anywho, so now I'm just unwrapping my hair. All right, doesn't it look so nice? It looks nice. Okay, so now I'm going in with some of this spray. So what this spray is, it's just some regular black spray. Some people use it for hairlines or whatever, but I'm just using it to define my part. It's like the new thing, and it kind of looks good as long as it's not overdone and the part doesn't look too perfect. And I'm just going in with some of this olive oil or hairspray. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So you guys have already seen me pretty much style this wig. Hopefully it was super in-depth for you guys. I tried to really take things slow and really break it down, and I wanted to show you guys two methods, okay? Just in case one method didn't work good for you, or you didn't really like it, or whatever the case may be, you can always try the second method, because plucking doesn't have to be very hard or very difficult or anything, okay? It's just a matter of taking your time, and just remember, it's not a race, because if you pluck too much, you cannot get it back. You kind of just have to work with it. The same as when you're cutting the lace off of a wig. If you cut too much, you know, it kind of is what it is. All right, so let's get into the specs, even though I've already kind of went over it. But this wig is of course from Neflyonwigs. This is not my first time reviewing from this company, and every time I always have a pretty good experience. Now I'm not completely sure what the wave pattern is to this wig, but I will leave all the specs down below. Okay guys, I think this is probably 24 to 26 inches. I'm 5'7", and it comes all the way to the past the bottom of my boobs. So this is an ear-to-ear frontal. On the sides, you really don't get any parting space, but you get a lot kind of like up top. I would say you get this much parting space up top. On the sides, you get the natural hairline look, but you can't like part it on the sides a lot, okay, if that makes any sense. It's probably this much parting space on the sides, but it's a lot of parting space up here in case you want to change it to a middle part or whatever you may want to do. So I did let this hair dry naturally. I didn't put any type of mousse, curling creams or anything in it, because I really wanted to see what the natural wave pattern or curl pattern looks like, and this is what it looks like naturally. Okay, so like I said, I just washed it and I just let it air dry, and it came out so beautiful, super pretty, and I love it. Okay, and it just has a natural luster to it, which I like as well. I wanted to keep the hairline as natural as possible. That is the whole point of this video, how to pluck the frontal, pluck the lace frontal, sorry, and how to just keep it looking natural. A lot of people don't like baby hairs, and some people do. I like them, but it's nothing like a crisp hairline. Okay, so I did go in and I kind of defined my part with some of this, and basically it's just black spray. A lot of people have been doing that lately. It's like the new thing to kind of clean up your parts a little bit. I know some people, they leave comments under other people like hair videos, because I do watch other hair videos, and some people ask, you know, how do you get your part like that, how do you get it so clean, and they just go in with some black spray. All right, so you can find that at any type of local beauty supply store, any type of Sally's or whatever hair store that you have around you. It's really cheap, and you just go in with a little bit, but you have to be really careful, because that stuff is strong and it stains, and you got to make sure you don't cover your whole part with it. Okay, but I do like the aesthetics. I didn't go too crazy. I didn't want my part too skinny, because I still wanted to look, like I said, natural. All right, so I think that's pretty much it. I really don't want this video to be like too long and too drawn out. I just want to come back and kind of show you guys what it look like on my head. I didn't just want to pluck it and you guys not really see what it looked like. Oh yeah, and I did go in with some of this new Got to Be glued. Okay, so this just came out. My beauty supply store just now got it. I'm not completely sure if it's out where you are, but it's called the Got to Be Glued Water Resistant Spiking Glue for Screaming Hold. So stay tuned guys, I will have a video on a separate video on this. I just really want to focus on this wig and the natural hairline of the frontal. All right, so I think that's pretty much it, y'all. Any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below.